Hello YouTube, don't mind me and my caterpillar dragon. I mean fireworm. Wait, what? Oh, never mind, forgive me. It's just getting really more hot in here. As you see, we're reviewing the episode Empty Fireworm Nest. Okay, no, this is Season 3, Episode 3 of Dragon 9 Realms. Okay, hello YouTube, today we are here to review this episode. Now, I got to be honest with you, this episode was actually good. Of course, I have heard some people do not like it because with the parents of Alex in this one, but personally to me, I can kind of understand how they are feeling. Although, it just kind of comes out of nowhere because their parents really did not have any interruptions or anything to do in the last season, I mean. So, let's really talk about it. In this episode, really, all the Dragon Riders now have fire suits. June's brother is getting more suspicious as he finally comes back after he finally found his way back home from being lost in the woods for the last episode. And really now he confronts his own sister about her secret. She's trying to deny it and everything and tries to get away. As well, Alex's parents here are now starting to miss their own daughter because now she's always gone and not hanging out with them, which is kind of a bit depressing for them. But they are still happy that she is spending more time with her friends and finally getting out more. Now, I can kind of understand the point, though, like, oh, we really love our daughter. She's so great, but we do want her to have friends. And now that she's gone all the time, they said, oh, we miss her. I can see some parents really like that, really. But they are still happy that she's making friends and she's spending out more of the house. Do think it's good for her. So, besides all that, what goes on here? Well, in Dragon 9 Realms, they're all now in their fireproof suits, which are good looking, but not matching up to their dragons. June, that we seen in the last episode, was all purple and dark, which doesn't match up to her dragon. I mean, unless they somehow combine the colors of the scales together, blue and red to make purple. D'Angelo's is green, not blue, like his dragon. And also we have, well, unless he uses feathers dragons, but they're way more darker. Alex is actually my most favorite one. As well, red is pretty much cool. D'Angelo's is green, like I said before, but also it has the military look style. And of course, we know Tom is all dark color and blue. Not a bad combo for each of them, but it doesn't match up to any of their dragons at all. Now, besides all that, the dragon suits are okay and everything, I will admit. Not the greatest, not the best. Probably they could do better. But still, I have seen concept art, or, well, not concept art, fan art of them, how they would have looked. And honestly, they do look great. But still, they still could look good, but I think they would have looked better if they had matched the color scales of the dragons they have. But we're not here to talk about the fire suits, we are here to talk about this episode. So, besides that whole entire thing, they all immediately get home because a bunch of fireworms have come, unaware that one of them has snuck into the basket that one of them brought, which is interesting. Also, this is where they start really bringing up the whole entire crystal and fire realm thing. Now, what happens here is that they eventually realize there's actually a dragon they brought home by accident, which is a fireworm. Now, it's really interesting because now all the other fireworms are trying to find this one without them realizing it. Because once they do realize, it's already too late, because a fireworm is in Alex's house, and now they have to find a way to get it back. But the problem is Alex's mother finds it and then captures it, and they take a liking to it. Both June and Alex are working together in this episode, while Eugene is apparently actually working to get the fireworm and actually get it to show it to his mother and expose them. Which it does fail, and also there's this running gag throughout this whole entire episode where Alex wants to set up an emerging missile drill, which is pretty much funny when she finally gets the chance to do it. She has a bunch of plans and ideas while June is also trying to do it. During this time, though, there's a bunch of other fireworms, and these fireworms are all trying to find their missing one, and they can't. Eventually, they give up hope and go to leave. And thus, that's how that episode first begins, ends. But what about the second episode? Oh wait, no, this is not To Be Continued. Sorry. My mind got off track for a second. Now, you see, what happens is here, they eventually get the fireworm back, but during this time, it started to lose its spark and soon dying. There's a lot of interesting drama and jokes here they do. It is really funny, although there are some weird questions, but I guess they got lucky, not getting caught. Now, of course, Alex's mothers find out the truth and take the fireworm back, and then May wants it, so does Wilma, and really, but they haven't seen it yet. And what happens here is that pretty much Alex's mothers are mad, and they think maybe it's her new friend's fault being bad influence. But then Alex just stands up to herself and explains what happened, that she knows what was best for the fireworm, and they shouldn't have kept it locked up in a small box. The mothers do realize she's right, but they do make a point she shouldn't have lied to them. And thus, they actually let them go and get the fireworm back. And once they're able to, they get back. They are able to sneak back. As well, in this episode, Buzzsaw is apparently more in this episode, sneaking around, which I do like, showing things that's going around the place, not just being the main focus of just one or two kids. Throughout the whole entire episode, we see what's going on around in different parts. Buzzsaw is trying to find out what's going on in Project Icarus. Eugene is trying to expose the dragons. Tom and D'Angelo are trying to get the fireworms to stay, but not letting them go up into the fissure and be seen. Alex and June, really, this was Alex and June trying to get the fireworm back. Honestly, this was really great. Now, at the end of the episode, they sadly were too late, as it looked like it had burnt out. But then suddenly 2 fireworms came and relit the fireworm right back up, and then they all go back. And now, that is the fire. And thus, it was a happy ending. Okay, I got to be honest, though. This episode does remind me of Riders of Berk, because I actually did watch an episode recently of that, right around the time of this episode I watched. And I gotta be honest, I do really feel similar to it. Where Snotloud, where his dragon was all burnt out, worn out, and probably could have been dying. So they have to use the fireworms to try to save him. Of course, that eventually fails, and, well, they found this very humongous giant fireworm that actually was going to kill them, but Hookfang was able to save them, and the Queen Fireworm that was like twice the size of Hookfang actually bit into him. Everyone's panicking, but then it turns out the Fireworm did nothing more but heal and recharge his firepower. Honestly, that really does remind me a lot of that episode, because basically both dragons are basically getting power down of their fire natural ability and could be dying, but both at the end get saved and get recharged back up. Honestly, I just want to bring that up there. Now, besides all that, the whole entire empty fireworm nest is actually pretty much a good thing. I actually did like it. Because, really, though, at the end, Alex, though, decides to spend a day with her mothers, and it's sweet. I get the point. Now, pretty much, I know people do have mixed opinions about this and really don't like it, the fact that Alex should just be going with her friends and everything. Now, I guess this scene is supposed to show that she's going to spend some time with her mothers, but she is going to still spend time with her friends a lot as well. Not always just with being on one side. I can't understand this scene, really. It's not really one of my favorite most episodes of this season, but it's still good nonetheless. It's actually definitely good. Now, nonetheless, all the jokes here were funny, and honestly, it was pretty much a good episode. I definitely do like it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy this, because we're halfway through, and we need to get through. Anyway, hope you all enjoy this. This is Justin Game 44, signing out. Until then, I will see you all later. Bye!